Welcome to a very spooky edition of AFTERBUZZ Marvel Inhumans. Stay tuned for episode 6.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Yes. Very in line with the holiday.
Right.
Welcome to the episode, guys. It is not Halloween just yet, but we're kind of dressed appropriate.
We're celebrating early.
We're celebrating a little early. We have episode 6 to talk about. The gentleman's name is Gorgon. My name is Zach Silverman. You can find me all across social media at Zach with a CH Silverman 2. Here's the rest of my panel.
Hey guys, I'm Ashley Brinkman. You can find me at Ashley_Brinkman. Guys, I was so happy and then so devastated by the end of this episode. I can't wait to talk about it.
Emotions everywhere.
Oh, emotions.
All over the place.
Hey everyone, of course I'm your host Shawna O, and this episode had me up and down, and when I say down, I mean all the way down. But I do have something to redeem me, and that's this. AfterBuzzers, will you accept this rose?
What's up, everybody? I am Keith Andre. You can follow me everywhere at Keith_Andre. I was a little disappointed tonight. I was ready to be Louise, a tourist on Attilan, but it doesn't look like that dream is gonna come true. So
It's all right.
let's go ahead and talk about it.
So yeah, guys, episode 6. We have 2 more episodes left.
Oh my goodness.
2 more episodes left, and they gave us a lot tonight. A lot
Almost
of
too
stuff.
much.
Almost
I
too
mean-
much. But you know, it was cool because I think last episode was more of the talking it out. This is what's going to happen. We got lots of action-packed stuff going on today, which is nice. Let's just get right into it. What were your thoughts?
Wait, before we get into it,
I'm so sorry. Yes, Shawna has a very special announcement to say.
Before we get into
Yes.
it, I want to offer you, AfterBuzzers, my faves, something to do while you're watching us, something other to do than be in our live chat, of course. We're going to play a game since it's a Halloween episode. If you hear the name Gorgon, because we are in tribute to him, because we're not going to talk about it yet. Just know that we are in tribute to Gorgon. If ever you hear his name throughout this entire episode, if you're on the adult side of things, then you could take a little shot, a little drink. And if you're on the candy side of things, then go ahead and pop some snacks in. All right? So just let us know if you're really doing this, because we can't talk and eat. So we want to live through
We
you.
want you guys to have fun.
Yes, have a good time.
Anyway, let's get right into it. Thoughts? Did you like it? Did you not?
I'm like,
Start there.
We're starting.
I don't know.
do it.
I am on the fence with this episode. I feel like it gave us a lot. Like we said, there was a lot going on. It's trying to build us and get us to the next level, but I do feel that it fell short. I don't feel that it necessarily took us anywhere further than we came last
A little
week.
bit lackluster.
Yeah,
in
just a
types.
bit.
Okay.
Just a bit for me.
Fair
so
enough.
a little disappointed.
Yeah, I did notice that amongst my panel mates, but I will say that
You're the positive one in all this.
what I will say is I
Always.
enjoyed the episode, and I don't know if it's maybe because I cannot handle the too actiony stuff, but this was just right for me. I will say there were some scenes where I'm like, come on, guys, that is not even possible. But everything else really spoke to me. I liked it. I had a lot to say. Pages.
Yes.
Pages.
I feel like I totally agree with you. It didn't really push us forward in the story that much. It kind of, I don't know, it definitely fell short on some parts, but I did love that we got to see Crystal use her element.
Another power. Yes.
That was cool.
She
Yeah.
just keeps going on and
Yeah.
on with all these different
Always.
powers. I
And
think it's
also,
really cool.
I really like the fight scene between Auron and Gorgon. I thought that was good.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
That's what we've been waiting for. I mean,
I appreciate
it.
it. Me too. I appreciated the Gorgon armor
I
fight.
only appreciate it for one reason. We could get into that a little bit later. I don't want to jump too far ahead of it.
I wish we
opened
got
up-
to see his hoof, though.
I know, right?
Yeah.
We did get to see it in the flashback.
Yeah.
Kind of, when he was fighting with Maximus.
Yeah.
He was wearing the hoofs, but
we got to
needed
see it
him
near
to
the.
wreak havoc.
Did we see it at the end with him and Mortis, or
No.
just the effect
no,
of
because
his
he just
power?
had
Just the
he was
effect.
wearing
The effect.
he was wearing a boot. Yeah. So anyway, the episode started off. It kind of got me ajarred. I was just like, "Whoa, wait a second."
I was
like, "Whoa, what's going on?"
I was like,
family.
no, this is a dream. Is this a dream?
I knew right
This
away.
has to
Well,
be a
here's the
dream.
thing. Yeah, they were all in their normal costumes.
Ah,
So
that's
like,
so
it
good.
was drawing at first. I was just like, "Oh my god, are we going here right now?" I was like, "Wait a second, they weren't wearing those."
Good
Just
catch.
I didn't even notice.
They were-
I didn't notice
Neither
that. Did I?
See, these are the things that I
See,
see.
a
I don't
win
know
for
why.
Zach.
Detail oriented over here.
I am.
For
I know.
sure.
But I have to say that first scene made me laugh when he woke up all startled and he was so little.
Oh, he was just sitting
that,
in the.
He was
King
so
chair.
so small in that giant chair with 2 guards. He was like a little boy on his throne.
Yeah, that had me shook though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That scene where we thought it was well, you guys thought it was a dream. I was totally fooled. I was like, they finally get in there and he's cowering. I'm so happy.
And it
I
was
wrote
cool.
that
Did
down.
you-
He cowers and begs.
Did you hear like Black Bolt starting? Like I was like, yes. Just even if it's like a dream, please just do something cool
Give
for
it to
us.
us.
Question for you guys. I don't know if you guys noticed this. Maximus was was it Medusa or somebody somebody in that dream was just like, you're the one that killed the parents, not Black Bolt.
I saw that.
Right?
Yes.
And if this was Maximus dreaming, that means it's the subconscious telling him. So, do we think maybe Maximus really did have something to do with killing their parents, or was that just something?
He responded back saying, "That's not true." So like,
Yeah, but I mean, like,
He
why
must
have
have
a
had
dream like
something
that? He
Right.
had to have had something to do with it.
maybe that's his fear.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it just calls into his.
Okay.
It just is hinting at his insecurities.
Okay,
That's what I thought. But
I like that.
It could be. I didn't really think too much about it, honestly. I do feel that the dream sequence or him having that moment was necessary because it gives us more of like the unwounding of Maximus, right? Like he's super paranoid,
he
he's
is.
going crazy, like he
yeah.
can't trust anybody, he's scared for his life. So
He's all over the place.
I think it was necessary that we see what's going on in his head because he's crazy. And over the course of the episode, I was just like, okay, he's lost it.
He's
Like,
about
he's
to go.
nuts.
You can see it in his eyes. They quiver when he looks at people. He's like,
yeah,
Long live King
so
Maximus.
desperate.
Yeah, right?
No.
"No, you're
Way
crazy."
too, yeah. So yeah, we were back up on the moon with that. That was interesting, and then we got to go right down to Audrey and Crystal, right?
Ooh, honey, diva moment. Let's talk about it early.
Right away. I'm like the first, what was it, 5-10 minutes of this episode?
Yes.
Right away got me on 2 different spots. I was like, whoa, cool
Diva?
dream, diva moment, and then it's just like it's a bout between the 2 of them.
Oh, yeah.
Do we all agree that it's between Crystal and Audrey, diva moment?
Yes.
Got
I think
Yeah.
so, yeah, but like who
Definitely.
of the 2 would be more diva-ish?
It's
Because
Live
I've seen
chat. You guys know what to do. Let
Please
us know.
live chat,
Let
chime
us
in,
know.
yeah, help us out on this one. But
I
like,
think Audrey kind of lost it too. She went to Crazy Town, like.
okay, I have something to say about Audrey. From her arc of a character, I don't understand what's going on. Like, why she went from like this, I'm a vet tech, to like this crazy woman. I didn't like.
Her ex-boyfriend is with this new cool pretty girl.
Yeah.
Who's got
Spending lots of
superpowers.
time with her. She's like even so wrapped up in her. How about
I know,
don't
she
worry
was
about
so
me, mind
over
your
it.
business.
She's
Well,
a lot.
I only bring that up because she was like so about trying to help Lockjaw. She's like, I'm a vet tech.
Right.
This is my life. I'm all about animals. So this is why I'm helping you out regardless. But then like you start acting all crazy ex-girlfriendish, and it's been like what, a year? They said that they've been broken up.
Yeah.
You're right.
I
that is
think-
a
I
little
think
agree.
her character was put into the story. I liked it, and then she was there. Like she should not have been in this episode. I almost thought. Like I think maybe last episode was when we should have saw the last
done
of her.
with her?
Be done with her, and that be that.
But it's like, how else would they have gotten to
Exactly.
that point where they
Right.
had to leave without Louise?
and
I
I have
think
to close her door a
That's
little
the
bit.
point.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a great point, Zach.
They were
Because
just, like, spinning the wheels
that's
a
where
little
we
bit
see
too
a
much.
kind of an inconsistency or a question mark when we look at
Yes.
the gauge of the writing or the direction
Exactly.
of the show. Just because we are kind of time crunch and we're just going to close this chapter and just throw this
Oh,
out here.
if we're
It's
gonna-
not most authentic.
If we're gonna start talking about that, I got a few other ones.
Well, wait.
Wait.
If you want to go there, let me tell you. Before we go there,
back to so I'm just gonna say between Crystal.
We are
And-
like 2 minutes into the episode.
Right between Crystal and Audrey though, I think that Crystal is like a natural diva. Like we said about her power, she doesn't
is.
care.
No.
She's always going to be her true self, and I think her natural inkling is to just play into being a diva, into this is who I am. I'm bossy. I got these power, and I'm here for it. But Audrey was like, "Girl,
I'm
what's
here
up?
for it too."
well,
Yeah.
this
This
the
is not
thing is,
the
she
end of
hasn't
it.
seen her powers until this moment. Where she's
Yeah.
like, "I'm gonna take a picture of you." Like, what is that? Why are you
Okay.
gonna take a picture of her? What are you doing that for? Come on.
Yeah, that was a little strange.
It was a little. It was an
She wants her to
excuse
go to
to
jail.
use. It was an excuse to use her.
power.
Was it a fireball? What did she
Yeah.
shoot at her?
Yeah.
A little Bowser.
Also, Audrey's reaction again. If I saw someone shoot a fireball
Oh
at
my
me, I would have lost it.
You're right.
Right, and she's just
Yeah.
like, "Oh, well,
Like-
I'm not
She's
afraid
like,
of you."
I'm gonna leave my phone and I'm gonna come back for you later.
That's so true. Yeah.
Not realistic.
Ivan makes a good point. Crystal was protecting herself. I guess considering maybe she doesn't know
Yeah.
what a cell phone is.
Right.
But then again, I mean, Attilan has like advanced technology. Like if you see this like little black box, even Black Bolt in the like first episode or something, when he saw the cell phone, he flipped out. Remember?
But think about it this way. Well, first of all, I have several points to what you guys have all said. The thing about the taking the picture, totally, that's the culture of today. Like, even when people are being robbed, people are people are trying to fight you, they pull out your phone, and you're just like, okay, what's that about? Let's get this documented, right? So that's a normal thing. I think her reaction was totally not. It was lackluster. I was like, girl, you must not have seen what you thought you seen. And then also, there was something else, but I forgot. But I'll get back to it, and you guys know I will. Okay.
Oh man, we are all over the place.
Yes, we are. As we should
let's try and
be.
reel this in a little bit. So we have Crystal and Audrey. They're fighting. I have some issues with the whole Crystal Dave Audrey thing. It's interesting. It's nice. I like that Crystal's getting a little love interest.
Yeah,
It's cool.
You know
Nothing
that.
beats Karnak and Jen. First off,
No
Nothing beats
Jarnak.
them. No Jarnak.
But Dave seems to me a little bit confused, doesn't he? He goes, oh, when Audrey says she means business, she really does. But then he's over here kissing Crystal. Do you want to defend Audrey or do you want to be with me? Because we cannot do both.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Shit.
Did you guys hear that when he said that?
Yeah.
I did.
Yes.
I didn't know if
okay.
he was defending her. I thought he was kind of
More
giving
a warning.
Crystal a warning. Yeah, like,
Okay.
watch out for this crazy girl.
Yeah, because when she says something, she means it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she definitely showed her crazy this episode.
It could have been taken that way, but I was glad to see the moment between Crystal and Dave. And the difference between the Jen and Karnak story is this is a slower, like developing like a love situation. You know, she gets her first kiss, and she's like, "Oh, you kissed me," and then they kiss more. So I like that we get, you know, it's not a rushed situation.
Yeah.
So it's something that could develop, and we could see down the line or in the future of the story.
Right, and we would definitely call it out if it was a rushed situation because that is our thing. We're like, that was rushed.
Okay.
But I do know that the reason why Crystal, or I think that the reason why Crystal acts like that is because of her. She's never been away from the moon, and she's always been a princess on the moon. So
I think
it's like, why would I act any different? And she learned from the best, Medusa.
I think that's exactly what it is. The fact that Medusa has been so protective. I think we obviously haven't seen any of it, but I really think Medusa was just like hovering over her all the time. Where like if she wasn't there, a guard was right there, and like if someone comes to approach her, like it has to go to the guard first. So I feel like Crystal's almost secluded from everyone around her, not even realizing how to interact between people because she has this like days. I don't know how to describe it. This happy-go-lucky,
naive, where it's just like everything's great.
Yes,
She's a teenager, you know?
Right.
She's experiencing everything for the first time.
She's a teenager, but she's acting like she's like a 5-6-year-old. You know, who's that? Like that's
like the wonders of the world.
Yeah,
she's acting that young. I think that
it seems like that a little.
Yeah, and I think that the point is to show that she is getting some freedom that she hasn't had. So I think they are driving that point that on Attilan with Medusa and everyone else, she is secluded. She's a princess. She plays this role, so she doesn't have the opportunity to like learn these things and to have like those social skills. Yeah, but I do think it is also important to note that her, you know, transition could be a bit slower because she is a teenager, because she is young, so we get to see her be a young person instead of being this princess superpower I'm ready to kill you person as well.
I'm glad you said that. Also, I don't want to see her overly sexualized either.
No, I would not like to see
We have to remember that she is a teenager.
Yeah. I like that their story's sweet. And then Karnak is a little hot and heavy.
Super hot, super heavy. Yeah. But they're super grown too. They older.
Yeah.
They older.
If they're doing it intense, then they are grown, okay?
Like they've been there, they've done that. They're like, let's just get to it, all right? We know how this goes. What were you going to say?
Oh, I was going to say something that I really liked, speaking of Karnak, is when he was talking with his family and he was so scared that they were going to shun him and reject him for losing his power. And they don't. They completely love him.
The next scene when we see them in the car.
Yeah,
where they just happen to have to stop and pull over for a second to like check the map or something. Twice they had to do that. Yeah. But you know, it's cool. It's all right. You know, it gives us a moment so that we could all like hear some conversation between the characters. And yes, that was a great moment. I was fearful of Karnak, thinking like, you know, he is not useful. So like, Medusa is someone who looks down on people who are like not as powerful. So I feel like she, of all people, might have said something, but they were all supportive. I was very happy.
Back.
Yeah, that is a true, you know, sign of family. Like there is the family that I like. They keep talking about. You know, my family.
We finally got to see the bond.
Yes.
Do you guys think if they hadn't had their like human experiences and met Louise and whatnot, would they have turned him away and been like, "You're not useful, go down to the mines"?
I wouldn't say
Not the mines, not the mines,
but
not the mines, but he would have definitely not been useful to them, especially if Gorgon never gave him that pep talk he gave him with the reverse psychology thing, which we see later. But I think that he would have cast himself away.
really.
Remember how before he was like, I don't want to go around them, I'm not useful.
Oh yeah, he didn't
stayed
even want
with
it. Yeah, he stayed with the. Yeah, that's a good.
That's a great question and great observations for sure. I don't know if that impacted how they respond, because I do feel at their core like they do have this humanity amongst them, and your family you want to, you know, look out for and to be that type of person. But I do think that the interactions that they have with the humans are telling and they are showing, especially with Medusa, because we got to see a completely different side of her. She was super cool, calm. She was back into her role of like being a queen and like exhibiting a certain amount of control.
Yeah.
But she was so I don't know, I really liked seeing that side of her.
The
Human.
side that I think
she was like really human.
Yeah, I think the side that you're kind of talking about, though, is also the fact, the growth of what she had, where she was this woman who was powerful, who was just like kind of headstrong, like Gorgon a little bit. But after Flora's death, was it? Who died recently? Who she said? Locus. Yeah, after Locus's death, and then she kind of understanding their roles, like the caste. She kind of saw the caste system and was just like, oh my god, we are treating these people like this. Now she has the idea to like, we have to talk to Maximus. We have to give him a fair trial.
Exactly.
We can't just go and kill him, because trust me, I wanted to kill him right away, but now I see the other side of things. I like that about this episode.
Yeah.
Where she finally is waking up and understanding, maybe we don't live in such a fair, world.
Right. The way we do things may not be the best way. So
And she was like, she was
redirect them.
impressing that upon Black Bolt also, because he was just, he's still human.
He's like, he hurt you, and it's just, I mean, I can what is the breath
As
about
hard
Zach?
as
Just the
the Black
purse
Bolt.
thing.
Oh, it's the lips. He's pursing his lips, you guys. He's not saying anything. We want him to give us a little bit more.
I can't even, like, when I go through, I literally don't even write anything down for Black
I
Bolt
write not
anymore.
for for a TV show that's revolved around the most
Right,
powerful
this character.
character. I really don't have much to say about him.
It's hard.
I wish I did. It's hard. Yeah, we don't have. Maybe it's just because we don't have a lot of. We have interactions with him.
Oh, with Black Bolt?
Yeah.
Oh, I have something to say.
I have something
But
to say
she's
too.
like, oh, we're talking about Black Bolt. Sure, yes. Go. Please. Ashley.
Okay, do you all agree, and everyone listening as well, his hand sign language thing is a little...
You guys, everybody do
silly?
his sign language.
I think we all looked at each other at one point during this
like-
episode, and we were like, we saw too
It's
much,
like he's just
too much
like-
of this, and then that, and I was just like, we're like, oh, wait a second,
He made that up.
is
right
he
on
just
the
making
spot.
this up on the spot?
It feels super random, right? Like
yeah.
there's no sign, like
Yeah.
it just doesn't make sense.
Well, who did you were like for Crystal was like this or that? He did something. And it was just
Right.
like, and then we had one episode where he's like this.
Yeah.
Like,
And
I don't know.
We have
but
to
it had
do,
nothing
like,
to do with crushing. Like I would think like this is like I'm gonna crush you.
Yeah.
But it was not.
This is like, get me lunch.
Yeah.
Something like what?
It's silly. It is tough, though. I agree. It's hard with one of our chatters. It's hard because he doesn't get to say anything, so he has to
I respect that.
find
Yeah,
ways
it's
to
all
make
in the
his face
facial expressions.
translate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As an actor, he's doing great, but just for
Yes.
us who wants to hear more from Black Bolt ourselves, it's like that. But I do have something to say about Black Bolt, and I kind of appreciate his silent like power, because even though we know behind every good man is a good woman.
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys. So Medusa
Oh, yeah.
is playing her role as a queen and kind of like, I won't say bowing down, but talking
She's
to him,
balancing him.
She's
Yeah.
balancing him. That's a great way to say
100%,
that.
so much. Like they need each other. They really do need each other, and I'm very happy that they have each other together, because he would have like probably destroyed Attilan at one point if it wasn't for her. And man, I don't know, she would have gone on some tear as well with her hair at some point, just someone crossing the wrong path. But they balance each other out, so that's one pairing I like.
That's true.
Yeah.
Too bad we don't have a name for them. It would never work, you guys.
No.
Either it's gonna be what?
Medusa.
I can't even I can't even think to
Bubble.
put something.
Medusa or Medusa
Bubble.
or Macmolt?
I like
Okay.
Black Bolt.
Okay, guys, we're crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
So let's see.
Next we go into Tybor
Yes.
telling Max the deal that I predicted, snitching.
Oh, you did predict that last
And
week.
guess
But I
what? He
don't
got
think he was-
stitches too. Snitches do
Oh.
get
He
stitches.
didn't get no stitches, girl. He was left on the floor.
He couldn't even get stitches.
There was no stitches. But I don't think that he was snitching. I think it was a part of his plan.
That didn't work out too well.
Oh, it definitely
Oh,
didn't
okay.
work. But I think the plan was, okay, I'm going to go to Maximus and act like there's this conspiracy and we need to meet alone so that we can figure out what to do.
That's
But
just
all
too
of y'all will be here to
suspicious.
kill everybody.
That's just too suspicious.
Yeah,
Way
it
too
didn't.
much.
It didn't work. But I did like about that story is we got to see into the development of Maximus as well, and his lessons with the combat training or whatever with Gorgon.
Oh, I totally wrote down about that flashback
Yeah.
scene. I enjoyed that a lot.
For sure, because we got to see that he learned he learned that his advantage would have to be smarter or to be cunning.
Yes.
Because there's no way on the surface that you can compete with the people you live with. And so
Wow.
that's what gave him the clue, like, oh, this is a trick.
Right. I
And,
have to be evil.
right.
Yeah.
I felt a little bad about that because it was an irony. Like Gorgon trained him to outsmart everyone on Attilan, including himself. And I
Yeah, but
thought,
Gorgon's not too smart himself. Anyway.
oh, Gorgon,
He's really not. I mean,
He's
he's
more
showed it so
emotional.
many different times.
Yeah, he's more emotional. Like I noticed in the scene, he was so
He's visceral.
he had so much testosterone going, like rah rah, like he was grunting. I
Yeah,
was
he's
just like,
strength.
I mean, I enjoyed it, but I mean,
he was like, yeah, we should just rush right on in or something. And like the previous episode, he had just he learned that lesson not to do that. Like he told Karnak, he was like,
point.
maybe
Yeah.
we shouldn't, like there was that flip in that last episode of who those people are. And now
Right.
he's back to himself. I'm like, why? You just learned something.
I mean, in real
Continue
life,
to use it.
you go back to your old ways often
Yeah.
in
I guess
a
so.
distressful
Heat in the moment,
situation.
right? Heat in the moment.
Yeah.
He's also
So-
endearing. I find that endearing about him. Like
Yeah.
I kind of like that he just is like that because Karnak just has to look out for him, which I think makes the ending so much more painful.
Right.
Oh, God.
Long live Gorgon. You guys drink and have candy.
Oh yeah, that was twice that we said that.
Quite a few times this
few.
episode.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I do like Gorgon, though. I enjoyed his character. I think, to your point, he is super endearing, and he shows us that, you can be strong, you can have a certain amount of strength and exhibit that, but still be caring and loving. We saw that when he didn't kill Oron, or he didn't go for the,
Yeah.
the
Right.
kill. He hesitated and gave a moment to
He's like, surrender.
surrender. Right.
She almost didn't surrender.
So true.
I
So
think
true.
the only reason she did was because her hand is deteriorated,
Yep.
Yeah.
and she knows like
I may not be
Dr.
able to come
Declan was-
back for them from
That was
the...
kind
Yeah,
of cool
totally.
placement. I liked how they
like
did
that.
that. I respected that camera angle and that shot and everything. If it wasn't for Dr. Declan saying something though, I feel like because I was
would've
thinking
gotten it.
like when I saw her hand the first time when she's in the window, I was like, oh that's weird. She should have healed.
Mhm.
But I didn't like put two and two together fast enough, so I was happy that Dr. Declan threw out that we're
Right.
probably gonna
This is
die
something
one
you should
day.
watch.
Throw us
You gotta
Yeah.
watch out. Have you ever- he goes, have you ever had a DNA test? Yeah, we have those on the moon. Dr.
Exactly.
Declan,
All the
sure.
time.
All the time. I get them once a month. I don't know. Like,
Yes, I have. But what I did after, how you like look back at things after the fact, I noticed she did last a little less. Like the first time when Medusa stabbed her, she kind of bounced back
Oh,
kind of
she did,
quickly.
yeah.
The second time, she was laying on that bed for a while before she got up in the lab.
well, she
Yeah.
also was like half burned. And she
This
was just
is
like
true.
stabbed the first time, right? Yeah.
True,
So,
but I mean,
and this is probably the only time she's actually had to like deal with this, like to actually know
Right.
what her powers are, because I mean, there's probably never wars or anything.
Exactly.
Like that, so
We're all on the same time,
Yeah.
same side. So it's not that you're facing these battles.
I would
every day.
hate that like if she has like 3 lives or something, because she's down 2 right now, and then like she dies in the next
No.
one, and that's that. That would
Right.
be kind of cheesy, but I don't know.
I
Maybe
don't
she's
want
like
to
a
see
cat.
her die.
they better not do that. We have somebody in the chat who was obsessed with her. She cannot
Oh
die.
yeah, we don't want
She
her to
cannot
die.
I
die.
don't think I want to see any more Inhumans die.
No more
Me
dying.
neither.
Like
One of them. Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna say one of them has to
Maybe
die,
the-
but he's
Right.
not an Inhuman anymore.
Bye bye, Max.
I don't know.
Wait, can I bring up my favorite part of the episode?
Yes.
Yeah.
When Karnak and Gorgon go to the lab, and Karnak is walking towards the lab, and he sees Auron with a gun, he goes, "Please don't shoot me." Please don't
Oh,
shoot me."
it was awesome.
I actually
she's
laughed out loud. Me too.
Yeah.
And she's
She was
back
like,
there
what
like,
is he doing? Why isn't he? Like,
He wants me to shoot him,
yeah.
so I'm not.
Yeah.
Gonna
I'm not
do it.
gonna
He's
shoot him.
like,
He's like,
please don't shoot me. Please
Yeah.
don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me.
right before
There's some
that.
humor in this episode.
Yeah.
There
There
was.
was, which is now that I
Thank you
think
for
about
that.
it, yeah.
We needed it because
Yeah.
it was a lot.
Yeah.
But right before that, Gorgon gave him a really good pep talk, but it was reverse psychology. He's like, they don't know that there's an issue, so you need to act like there's not an issue.
Yes.
But that put Karnak in the mindset that he needed to be in.
The flawless.
Or else he was going to be like down, you know?
Yeah.
And questioning of himself. So it did put him into that space where he could have a bit of control without having his, gifting to do it. So
you would think he would have a little bit more confidence, though. I mean, like the previous episode, he did get to have his power like used. Then we see him with Medusa and Black Bolt, and they bring him back up. They're like, no, we still accept you. Like you're fine. You're good without your power or whatnot. So you would think he would still have some confidence to like.
I don't know though, because I think they would want him to have more confidence, but at the same time that could have a negative impact because I'm around my family and everybody has these powers.
Good
so
point.
it could make me feel
he just lost
smaller.
skin.
Yeah. So but I'm glad things went well for Karnak.
No, not Gorgon. Just Karnak. Oh, okay. Was anybody else just like kind of like upset that Karnak left Gorgon in his time of need, like when he was fighting Mortis?
Oh, when Gorgon was like go and he really went instead of staying, you would have preferred to see him stay.
I would have.
What would he have done though?
I think
it was
Gorgon
like a one-on-one, you know.
Has always said that, and Karnak has always gone away, but he's always come out of it.
Yeah.
I think that.
Oh, okay.
I think that as a viewer, I would have appreciated. I mean, I would have liked the story to go a different way, and so it would have made sense in my mind for Karnak to do something where he does stay, where he controls the situation, or that he saves Gorgon. So it would have been nice to see that because we do have this pull with these two characters where they're so connected and they have this relationship. So
but now it opens up a story now for Karnak to like have that somber my cousin is dead.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is my fault.
I don't know where he goes
so.
without having Gorgon, because that's another balance.
It is. It's another balancing act. Yeah,
But
they mirror each other.
It could give him strength. He could say, "I'm doing this for Gorgon. I'm going to get my powers back. I'm determined. I'm going to get back." Like I heard someone say that in the comic book, he's very like martial arts driven, even more.
Yeah.
So I think he might even get into that even more.
Maybe it's the that moment, that clicking moment that he has where he starts to embody. Like for Gorgon, he embodies him to like live in his memory, and that's where the balance of, because he still has lost his powers, he has both together now, and he becomes like a better version of himself because he's learned the lessons from Gorgon, and he's still trying to overcome losing some of his powers. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you know what I'm saying? We were all listening like Dr. Phil.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Hopefully that made sense.
I just got totally lost in what you were saying. I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
His emotional
I mean, Chad, what do you think? Do you agree with me?
Right.
I don't know. Am I just going off on a limb on this one?
We'll see.
I would love
we
to.
agree,
We'll
we
see.
agree.
Yeah. So we're all over the place for this episode. Sorry about that, guys. We are with Crystal and Dave. Crystal, I have an issue with Crystal.
Uh-oh.
Again.
Every episode. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Oh, jeez.
Right.
I feel so. I'm not.
He drinking that Crystal haterade.
I like her. I like her.
You
Don't
like
hate,
her, you
I
just don't
hate.
like.
It's
Okay.
good though. Let's hear it.
Let's
'cause-
hash this out. So, we see all the characters say, "I need to get to my family. I need to get to my family," and they're doing actively doing the right thing to get to their family. Except for Crystal, she's just like, hanging out with a boy, having fun.
She may not know that they're in as much trouble as they are in, and she's also, I don't know, I'm kind of disagreeing, but she
That's
also like
fine.
meets a cute boy, and I think she's experiencing.
Yes,
Earth
we
for
need
the
that.
first
Yeah,
time,
we
so-
need that side of the. I guess. Yeah, we need that side.
I'm not hating on her.
Look, I was
get
just
it.
I was just upset when she's like, "Oh, we should signal them," and then we have like a whole nother scene happen, and then now it's nighttime. You still haven't signaled them. You do a hike up a mountain, then you kiss, and then you signal him. It's just like, how important is your family to you? Like you're just kind of.
Well, I feel that it's easy to get caught up at the moment.
I know,
And lest
I
we
know.
forget, Karnak had the same thing with Jim where we gave him the benefit of the doubt because he didn't have his powers, but he was totally caught up in doing his own thing, living in his own
But here's
world
the
as
thing,
well.
Karnak at that time was just like, I'm an embarrassment to my family. I don't deserve to be with them.
That's true, but I do also agree with you, Ashley. I think that she's not aware of what they have going on. She's been away from them the whole time, and so
But she knows
I don't know
about
what
she
else
knows
we
about
would have.
Maximus, and she knows that Maximus was sending people to kill them. So
That's
there is
true.
some
But
level
what
of
else
That's why
would-
she came to Earth.
Yeah.
But what else would we want her to do?
I don't know. I just feel like she could have signaled.
Move a little faster.
Yeah.
I think
Just
Zach
move-
wants
I
her to
just
move
wanna
a little
move
faster.
faster. That's all. Move
It's almost
faster.
like, you tell your family members, "Can you do something for me?" And they're moving slow. You're like, "Come on, rush it, hurry it up."
How's this?
I
They
think
keep
that's
throwing
what's
like a wrench in the cogs, or a monkey wrench in the cogs. Is that the same?
I've never heard the
I've never
cogs.
heard it either.
What is
know
he saying
what
when
that
they say
is.
they're throwing a wrench in the machine or something?
Oh, a monkey wrench?
Yeah,
in this
monkey wrench.
situation?
Whatever that is.
Zach just made up a saying.
I didn't
you
make up
guys.
that saying.
You're throwing a monkey wrench in the machine.
Something like that, where it's gonna mess it up. So she has lockjaw, and Audrey comes up and is just like, "Where have you guys been?" And Dave's like, "Oh, we've been teleporting all across the island."
Right.
It's true.
Why haven't you teleported to your family?
Right. That's it.
That's true.
And then when Audrey's like,
Crystal
he can't
girl.
teleport anymore because he's swollen or something. Like, don't have him do this anymore. And she's like, I know my dog, he could do it. But like, they don't have him do it for a while.
Yeah, but so I agree with you
paying
there.
attention, honey.
But after, I think that her saying "I know my dog" was just the diva-ish. You're not
100%.
gonna
Oh,
trump me,
yeah.
because after she left, she was like, she is right. Like, he does need rest.
Yeah.
So I think that's why they did end up letting him rest. But like you
But
said
my
about
point
the
is, like, they
traveling
should've
around
just-
the island.
Yeah, like,
I'm-
look, I get it. I know it's part of the show, and like it would be too easy. It's a plot device,
You gotta
It's okay.
suspend some of your disbelief.
I
Zach.
know,
Like,
I'm
We can
so
see
much-
the writing though, like
Yeah.
some
Yes.
stories you just can't even see the writing. You're just like, how does this work?
And I think that's
Yeah.
some of
So,
the
yeah.
problems that like the audience members have been talking about
Absolutely.
in comments and all across the internet and whatnot. So we try and stay as positive. As
Right,
possible.
we try
I'm
to stay
sorry if
positive,
I'm
but we
not.
also want to be real.
Don't keep it real.
We keep it real, exactly.
I did see some prejudice in this episode as far as like some things that I've heard on the internet
Yeah,
going
they're really
around about
going
some.
on about stuff.
They
like
are.
This.
I think they're trying to make
It's
this a
kinda weird.
justice issue because I know I did hear when humans meet something they don't understand, they attack.
And they said that twice in this
Yeah.
episode.
I
Oh,
heard
I didn't catch that.
even when they were in the lab and the miners came to be the army, which is like what? And then the other ones, they were like, we still don't like you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It was
the
like
caste
you could
system was still
see
there.
it.
Yeah, she bumped into him.
Yeah.
It was just like you still smell like you're in the mine.
Right.
What mine are you in first off? Like, what does
Yeah.
it smell like? Is it a
Right.
cheese mine?
But
You're on
they
the moon.
mining?
You're on the
It
moon.
smells
You're on the
dirty.
moon.
We
Bread,
still don't know what
cheese.
they're mining.
I
we
know.
don't. We don't.
Adorable, Zach.
But I think
Yeah.
it's good that we see that, because naturally you wouldn't go from having this system and feeling these ways to just being like, oh wow,
We're friends.
you're gonna, yeah, we're
You're
friends.
helping me out?
We're
Cool.
working together.
Awesome.
Like, no, I still don't respect you.
Right.
You're still beneath me. Those type of qualities still exist. So.
So true.
Which, by the way, they kind of like showed that even more so when the fight happened. They just all disappeared, like, as if they weren't important at all. Like, what happened to all those guys?
Where did they go?
Gone.
We didn't see.
Disappeared.
Let me
any.
in the
tell
lab.
you, miners are not warriors, and they hid. That's what they did.
Is that what it was? Was I looking down and writing something? Like, did they run off?
No,
Right?
they were
No,
just
I'm
I
not
didn't miss
making
something,
that
right?
up. No.
Okay.
Right? They came to fight, but did they really come to fight?
The dad kept going.
Yeah, he
He
Right.
was pulling a thriller
He
in
was
this
a-
episode.
his like fish claws. I thought were
Creepy.
like super weird.
Yeah.
I wanted
yeah.
to see what he could do with them.
Right.
I think
Really
he's just like, really
curious.
strong.
Yeah.
I don't think he has
maybe
much-
is.
Yeah, because I
He's
think
like
if he
brute
had
power
more
now.
control or more to do with them, he wouldn't be in the mine.
True.
So
Yeah.
But I also feel like, why didn't he fight Gorgon? I understand Oran is his, whatever the case may be, but why, he's the strongest.
Mortis?
Gorgon is also the strongest. No, the guy with the claws, right? He's supposed to be so strong.
No,
would be
he
a
was
great-
just the strongest.
just strong.
He was
He's
the
just-
strongest of the people in the mines.
right.
Yeah.
Oh,
what they
okay,
said.
so it's still
Right.
no
So
match
he's like
for-
nobody. Yeah.
Okay.
nothing
Yeah,
at
he
all.
couldn't do nothing.
Okay.
But what he did.
Well, he made Byrnasha, and Byrnasha has proven to be very useful this episode.
Kind
Yeah.
of.
Oh.
I mean,
I
not on
don't
purpose.
think so. I mean, well, there was what was the other thing that we were talking about with Byrnasha and Max?
Oh,
that was like
Oh,
all across
you were
the
getting
internet
in-
and stuff.
Oh, I was getting total like abusive chills. Like he was putting blood on him and making him validate him as the king, and
Yeah.
just you would want your father to come back safe, right? I just do not think you should manipulate a child that way for any reason, and for Byrnasha to be so scared. Shout out to that actor. I my heart was beating fast for that actor. Like I'm
He's
just
doing a good
scared.
job.
He's doing a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just didn't like the fact that he put blood on him and talked to him that way and forced him. I don't think just to grab his wrist like that when he's not ready. It's just all creepy as hell.
See, I just don't
That's a good
understand. Like, I get towards the end, we saw that Byrnasha like kind of lied to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he didn't tell him like he was holding a knife or
Right.
Go
I quite-
Byrnasha.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, boy.
But
Yeah.
so, like, was he in cahoots with Tybor, or was he just doing this because he was really afraid of Maximus?
Yeah.
And we haven't really like seen many interactions between the two of them to like justify him being afraid of him. You know?
I
Like-
think he's afraid of Maximus because in the scene when they're in their like rock meeting room that they always meet in.
I love that rock. With the sand, it's always perfectly lined.
I don't know if you guys caught
raked.
this, but when Maximus and Tybor walk out, Maximus says, "Oh, I don't care about his dad or any of the miners that go. If Black Bolt kills them, then all the people in Attilan will just hate Black Bolt more.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he knows that Maximus doesn't care
Oh,
about
he
them.
did hear that.
Yes.
Okay,
He did.
I did catch that one. Okay, so that's why he lied to him. I was
Right.
trying to like put those two together. So
Yeah, I think it was interesting. We did get to see a lot of Byrnasha, and it was nice to see that he's having his own thoughts or his own planning just because he has that compassion.
Yeah.
He loves his dad and he's afraid for him. I do think that I see where the internet or all the people are feeling like the abusive, and I didn't understand what the blood represented. Or
yeah, I thought he drew
why-
something on him, but then when they panned over,
It was just
kind of,
a mark. I don't know why
It was an
that
intimidation tactic. He wanted
Yeah,
to let him
he's-
know, I'll do this to you too.
Yeah, he's definitely here to be like intimidating, manipulative. But in Max's defense, he took it with strides that he lied to you. He has the potential and the ability to see things and to lie in the future, but he's still keeping him around. So
But how can
I
you
don't know
trust him
what
after
else
this,
he
you know?
right. But that's why I think he made the decision to try to put that fear in him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
because
think-
how else do you control the
Yeah.
situation?
He's
or
like
a person?
manipulating him
For
to
sure.
be
He's trying to will him
trustworthy.
to do what he wants. Exactly.
See, but now here's the thing. I thought we only got to see. Oh, okay, so that makes sense. His
Can I
power
just
only.
make one point before you move on?
Yeah. Oh, I'm not moving on. I'm
Oh, you're
sticking with
not?
this,
Are you
yeah.
sticking with this? Go ahead.
I was gonna say we see Byrnasha's power only happens when something's in danger. I think that's what Maximus was coming about, right? So, but I answered my own question because like there was that uprising with Tybor. He was in danger. So
Right.
don't mind
It's a
me.
dangerous
Don't
situation.
mind me. Yeah. I work things out in my own head, you know. I talk to
Yeah,
myself a
sometimes
lot,
you gotta
so
do it.
you just
He's
gotta- you
using
just
like
gotta
Karnak
go.
skills over here.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
Karnak
Got it.
level.
Anyway, sorry, you were gonna.
Were you
We
gonna say something?
appreciate all your musings, Zach. I just want you to know. I was gonna say about Byrnasha, the fact that he knows what Maximus is up to. I think that he's gonna end up being playing a role in the
A really
revolt.
big role. Oh, of course.
In the revolt, because he doesn't like that.
I thought
really
he was
doesn't.
already going to be like part of Tybor's revolt,
But
which is very
we're not-
lackluster, by the way, with the knife. Who shows up with knives?
It
Right.
was-
Never bring a knife to a gunfight, right?
Yeah.
But Byrnasha, what I was gonna say about Byrnasha is that you guys had just went away. Don't let me forget it. Oh, is that Maximus? It's about Maximus. Maximus always needs someone by his side. He can't be
Oh my
by
god,
himself.
he really cannot be by himself.
But
He
can
needs
you
a
blame him?
sidekick.
He's what does he have to bring to himself? Like at the end of the day, he is just this human who is manipulating these people. All he has is the power of his own thoughts and the words that he says. Outside
he's
of that,
terrified.
yeah,
He
and he
is.
needs that companionship. But we do see they all need that companionship. Who's alone?
Yeah,
Who
right.
acts alone in the whole
Yeah.
Inhuman universe?
Or,
Nobody.
She's like, bye, everybody.
Okay, that's
Because she is a boss lady.
And
She
Mortis,
is.
Mortis kind of also, but he's been locked up for like 20 years.
Yeah, then Mortis had
Right.
this moment, so it's like, okay, you're not as bad as you think you are
Right.
either. He had this whole
Oh yeah,
breakdown.
he had this sappy breakdown moment.
That killed
I know
me,
you
you
mentioned
guys.
something.
So unreal. Like, really? You've been locked up for 20 years, all that rage, and you can blow the world up and you're going to, like, crumble under somebody's reverse psychology? I really wanted you to live. Oh, really? Well, they should have never locked me up because it's like, this is not even realistic. Like,
I
And
wrote something down about that. Karnak was like, he was a dick. Like afterwards, like when he was talking to Gorgon, and he was just like, "Oh no, I was the first person that wanted to kill him,
Right.
put him down."
Right.
I was
No.
like,
But that's Karnak. That's who he was. Remember when we go back to the waitress?
Okay, but I
or
forgot who he
server?
was. Because,
Yeah.
Aw,
I
he
forgot
did
so
it
much.
for him so
He
much.
did. Like I think Karnak is one of my favorite characters throughout
Same.
the entire
Mm-hmm.
arc of the show. The season.
He's
Yeah.
the fave. He's for sure a
Yeah.
fave.
I thought he was. I didn't know that he was lying until after either. I thought maybe
I
he
thought it was
was
real.
being
Yeah,
honest about.
Yeah.
He did seem
Mortis.
sincere.
Yeah.
Sounded very sincere.
I
especially
thought that was a
'cause
funny moment. You know, he was just like, nope, definitely wanted to kill him.
Right.
Like I said, this is a very funny episode. For an episode that was supposed to have like a lot of action-packed stuff, it was really funny too.
Yeah.
I didn't like how Mortis got taken down with just like a little
chokehold.
chokehold.
Yeah. No.
Wah, wah.
It
Yeah.
just doesn't seem realistic. I just don't believe it.
And it didn't add up to the power that he has. It's not fair on one hand to give us that he's easily controlled and taken down, and then in the next instant he has the ability to kill everybody and
Right, and
Yeah,
everyone's
that-
shaking in the
defeat
room.
That
Gorgon.
scene didn't really make much sense either. Where like they're like tie him up.
Yeah.
What are you gonna tie
And they tied
up?
him in the
What are you
front.
gonna tie? Like your face shoots lasers, you know?
tie his hands behind his back so he can't
Right.
lift his little
At
shield thing.
least, I mean,
No,
because
because he doesn't even have to lift his shield. He just shoots out of his eyes.
No, the shield
Has to be
covers.
covered, yeah.
When he takes it off, it's when it shoots.
Mm-hmm.
That's why
Yeah,
he's in
I
the
can see
he's in the
that.
protective
Yeah.
suit.
He
not
doesn't
just-
take the shield off. Every time I've seen him, it fires.
no,
He always
He
lifts it
lifts.
up.
What am I?
You
looking
think he
at?
just walking around? Free?
I thought he was like Cyclops, kind of. You know how
No.
Cyclops just,
No,
just turns it
right.
on when he needs to.
He
Man,
has something
I've been
covering
missing out
his
on that,
skill
sorry.
set.
Okay.
Yeah.
For
He got something
sure.
covering his skill set.
He do because what else?
Yeah.
There was another thing. Did you guys catch? How did Maximus acquire like money,
I wrote
to
that
pay
down.
for the lab?
Yeah.
Dr. Declan.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
You're like,
Okay,
I
shouting for
missed
it.
so
it.
I-
I'm just be like trying to keep up.
I
What do you
think
guys
I,
think
I
he did,
think I
Chad?
might know. I think I might know. This is gonna be a long one. What is the guy's name? Okay, there's that wall, that talking wall.
Oh, yeah.
Eldrak.
Right.
And I had a question about Eldrak too. First off, so I think Maximus went to Earth a few times prior to the season and whatnot, and traded some, I don't know, technology or something for a lot of funds, and then was able to build that. But that's kind of dangerous for him to go to Earth. So I don't know if it was him or if he sent somebody else. But I don't know who that would be because we haven't seen anybody else who's like, you know,
Yeah.
who has gone to Earth and been like, oh my God, this is Earth. You know, everyone who goes there is like blown away.
Always blown away.
And we know that he hasn't, like, he didn't meet Dr. Declan in person, so because he
Right.
said he's looking
you know
forward
what?
to
Yeah, so it
meeting-
had to have been
so
somebody.
some kind of way though.
I think it might have just been a plot device. I don't know.
Right. Okay. Is this a
Loophole.
plot device? Really? Are we really able to pick them all out, you guys?
Yes.
Oh man, that's crazy.
All right, how about this though? Eldrak. Do you think that was a Inhuman and it went through Terrigenesis and then?
It was. Yeah, he was.
It was.
Yeah.
So, Medusa in the end of the episode had mentioned that we used to live on Earth and then we came up here. How did they get to the moon? And then prior to Eldrak turning into the wall that can transport people, how did this back and forth happen? Like, did they go to
This
Earth at all?
portal,
This portal, yeah. But before Lockjaw, there was no really going anywhere besides where they were at, right?
Whoa,
I don't know.
you got me stumped. I don't know what the heck happened.
Maybe
I'm opening up
somebody
a door.
else had
some other
the
powers.
ability. Somebody else.
But they
I
lived
don't-
on Earth.
They lived on
Right.
Earth.
Yeah.
So how did they get to the moon and how they developed to the farthest side?
Because
of
I think in the
moon?
comics it's not the moon; it's something different.
No,
Is
they
it
lived
the
on the
moon?
moon
It was
in
the
the
moon?
comics.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Louise
But
says,
their
"Why
city
hide?"
floats.
That's what it was, yeah.
And that's just like, okay, so you somehow got to the moon. You somehow have this portal where you can go back and forth before Eldrak, and you're hiding on the other side.
Well, we know they're hiding because humans' first reaction is to attack.
Right.
That was the point that we got. But I don't know. I think it's a situation where we can't take and tear everything apart. Like
Yeah,
I said,
we
Yeah.
don't know.
in film and television and
Yeah.
theater, there has to be some willingness to just suspend our disbelief
Yes.
and kind of go with the story.
I like it.
Okay,
There
we're gonna
we
do
go.
that. We just think we're just so analytical, so we're just like, what could it mean? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
a
So
little
that's
Really
how it
getting
is.
deep with this episode.
Yes.
I like.
Let's go to the comments, yeah.
Yeah, I think if this is right, the Queen of Regal, I like your name, says Maximus got money by mining crystals and sold them on Earth. So maybe they're mining
Ah,
okay.
crystals.
That's
Oh,
good.
that's kind of cool.
That will make a lot of sense. to me.
Yeah.
I would like to go to Attilan and mine crystals
Right?
as well.
Take some back. That makes perfect sense. That's a great answer.
I like that. Okay.
One
Yeah,
question.
thank you for that.
Resolved.
Thank you, Chad.
One, just one. Are we missing anything? We had a few interactions between.
Well,
we're
yes.
missing the biggest thing. How can I overlook this?
Well,
Yeah.
wait. Before that,
Yeah.
I was heartbroken for Louise this episode.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sweet
she
Louise.
has dreams of going to Attilan.
Louise and Dave. Dave almost
Louise,
kind of was
I
mentioning
mean,
it too.
But
Yeah.
Dave just wants to be fascinated and be with a cute girl. Louise has like substance. Her father was trying to do this
Yeah.
her whole life. This is her mission.
Yeah, I really like Louise. I feel that it does display like she's just a great person because she takes everything with a grain of salt. Her character lends herself to a lot of the funny moments. We get to see some growth in Medusa in the way that
For
she
her.
responds to
Yeah.
Louise and like, I'm sorry, whereas you're not going goodbye. She's just like, I need your help again. And she just takes it. She's like, I get it. I guess I'm not going to go. Because we hear her right before then. She's like, okay, we can
We're
get to
ready
the
to
moon.
go.
We can go.
We can get to the moon.
It's like the
just
record
like,
scratches because they're like,
oh.
Right.
Yeah,
where you
Black Bolt looked
going?
at Medusa and she's like,
I'll talk to her. I did want her to go to the moon.
I want her to
Me
go
too.
too.
I
Maybe
really was
she
looking
will.
forward to
Maybe
that.
they'll come back for her.
And then actually, what did you
Predictions.
say when she said, "I'll talk to her"?
Oh, when we were watching it, I just made a little funny comment. Medusa was like, Black Bolt, I'll talk to her. And I'm like, because Black Bolt's going to talk to her?
No one else can talk to her. Okay, Medusa, thanks for announcing the obvious.
So yeah, then that all happens, and we get to the fight. We have we talked about Orin and Gorgon, right? And then
Right.
that was kind of interesting. And then Crystal, and then not Crystal, sorry.
Orin and Gorgon.
Or
Mortis and Gorgon.
Yes. What
It's
do we think
Halloween,
about
guys.
this?
Right.
A long weekend.
Yes.
What do you guys think of the fight?
I don't think that we got what we needed out of that. I think Gorgon deserved to go down in some glory. Like, there needs to be this epic, like, major battle. And Mortis, too, because he has this ability that we're not familiar with. We should have got to see those guys, like, really go head to head. Especially after the buildup of, Gorgon getting everybody out of there because his role, he is a protector. Yeah. He's a leader. Like, I was looking forward to seeing them have this moment where they exchange. And then maybe I'll be okay with him, like, going down.
It's kind of an unfair pairing,
a little
though,
better.
Yeah. I mean, Gorgon is powerful. He's very trained in I guess, martial arts and other fighting tactics. But, you have Mortis, who could just, like you said, lift his thing. And, like, what does Gorgon do? He's going to, like, stomp on the ground,
well,
and
his
he'll
skill
lose his balance a little
is
bit.
meant to disarm any opponent. So, I mean, if he's going to lift it, just stomp on the ground.
Something
Which he
shake
did,
him up.
right. But then he could just get right back up and try again. I mean, there's only so many times you can stomp on the ground and have it, like, kind of crackle and,
It is a tough one. It's a tough fight.
Unfortunately, Gorgon didn't last.
We lost the soldier.
Oh my God! Can we have like one moment of silence for Gorgon while you drink and eat candy? Okay, thank you, Gorgon. Thank you for all of your hard work for us.
Oh, I love him.
I'm gonna be sad to see him go. I hope we get like one or two flashbacks with him. Maybe.
There has to be flashbacks for sure.
Okay, so he can still stay around.
And I hope that the rest of the royal family, give him this burial.
Oh, they need
to honor him for sure.
Yeah,
get him back to and
they were
honor
careless.
him.
If you
what
ask
are
me,
they doing?
So they need to.
First Triton, now Gorgon, both brothers gone.
Right.
Karnak next.
Oh my God!
No, don't
Who's next?
put that there.
Who do you guys predict?
We've
What's
lost
your
enough of the royal family. I'm sorry. No more.
I'm saying.
All right, so why don't we get into predictions, guys? We talked about everything, right?
Did we already? Yeah, we talked about
everything
how he cut Tybor's throat. So let's get into it.
Now, your
In the diva
AFTERBUZZ
moment.
TV
We got that.
predictions.
Oh, we got it good. Y'all know I'm crazy a little bit.
So, next week, what do we think? We have
two episodes left.
One episode until the finale, as they keep saying. It keeps confusing me when they say that.
I know. It's
I'm like, oh wait,
just,
we have one episode, and they say until the finale.
Right. Just give it to us straight.
Yeah.
How many episodes
You have 2
are
episodes
there?
left.
Like,
Come
let's
on.
be clear here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that. So I'm starting to feel that they're saving them getting back to the moon for the season finale, but I don't know where else we go from here. Like, at this point, we've got everyone back together.
Yeah.
They've teleported, right? So they should be on their way back to the moon, back to Attilan. So hopefully we get to see this epic showdown. I don't know what they want to do with Maximus. I don't know about giving him a fair trial or a fair chance because he's divisive and he's
Maximus
crazy.
has nothing left, though. That's the problem. He only has the royal guard against.
So we really will get to
family.
see like what everybody does at their core. So hopefully we get to see this reunion. It used to be about the battle of the brothers, but now I'm just like, I don't know.
Somebody
Black folks didn't. I don't know.
Battle of everyone.
Right.
What about you?
Well, I personally think that we will get a chance to see Maximus go through Terrigenesis. I think he did.
You think they'll save that for the last episode or for this episode? Coming up?
Well, I
It would
feel
be
like
interesting if it would be for this episode coming up.
But I feel like with the whole family there, will he be able to make it to going through Terrigenesis? You have to have the genetic council there to do. You can't just do it
Kind of
yourself.
have that ritual.
Right. If that's the case, then you could just go into the chamber and go beep and just change.
I mean, from what it looks like, he just like dropped the rock in it or whatever. So maybe someone else, Jean, can do that for him.
Maybe, but I'm thinking. Okay, so maybe I'm wrong, but I wasn't wrong on the last one. But maybe I'm wrong.
All right.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I think Maximus will go through Terrigenesis. I think Byrnasha is going to rise up and figure out a way to somehow do something. And I think that's it for me right now because everything else is all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's really
they're definitely going to go back to the moon, but that's a given.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, I think they're going to go back to the moon. I think we're going to see a lot of people take sides, and we're going to see who's going to fight for everyone and who's going to fight for Maximus. I think we are going to end next episode with Maximus going through Terrigenesis. I think they're going to give him a
okay, the
trial,
last-
and I
okay.
think they're going to end it with that cliffhanger, and then the last episode will be like a huge showdown.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, cool.
Especially if he has a power.
Yeah,
Yes.
that would
Makes
be kinda
sense.
cool.
Do you guys not know his power yet? You didn't like
No,
look into
we
it?
don't look into
I've been
it.
Remember, you
purposely
didn't
not
tell us.
looking it up.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
I want to be
like,
surprised.
I hope they do
Does he
it the right
fly?
way, though.
Does he?
said-
No, it's good though. It's a
Is
good
it?
one.
Okay.
Enough to rival Black Bolt?
Oh yeah.
Well, Black Bolt doesn't say anything, so rivaling him is not.
But he's powerful.
He is. Let me not
Yeah.
discredit him before the king comes down and gets
I
me.
know, right?
What's your
What's you,
prediction?
Zach?
God, I think they're gonna stay on Earth for one more episode because I think Max has to kind of like rebuild his army a little bit, and I kind of think Brojana, whatever, is gonna
Byrnasha.
Byrnasha. Thank you. I am butchering the name so much. I think he's gonna foresee something. He's so scared of Max that he's actually gonna be like, "This is what's gonna happen, and you need to like look out." And we're gonna get to see this plan interact and happen, and then there's gonna be like a flip where Maximus actually kind of wins in a way, but it's kind of not like a full win just yet. If that makes any sense.
You guys, this prediction right here is so good. I'm cliffhanging. I'm like, wait a minute, is he gonna win? He's not gonna win.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a win, but then a sneak win for the Black Bolt.
Like Maximus is gonna. It's like a trap within a trap. Maximus is gonna make him think like, "Oh, you have me," but I already knew that this was happening. So like now I have you.
Ooh, okay.
He
And
is
then
master
it'll be-
manipulator.
He's smart enough.
Exactly.
And then it'll lead into like the last episode, the finale. And I have no idea what's gonna happen though.
Ooh,
No
I'm
idea.
excited.
Yes,
I want to hear
can't
what
wait.
everybody else's predictions are
Yeah,
in the
please
chat.
tell us in the chat and the comments.
And in the
everything.
comments, you
we love your
guys,
comments, by the
yes.
way.
We do,
You
they're
guys
so
say some
sweet.
awesome things. Anyway, we have to get going, guys. My name is Zach Silverman. You can find me all across social media at Zach with a CH Silverman too. And here's the rest of my panel.
Hey guys, I'm Ashley Brinkman. You can find me at Ashley_Brinkman. It was really great talking to you
It was
guys.
fun.
Okay, as you know, I'm your host, Shawna O. You can catch me on all social media at GShawna O, and this rose is for you.
And I am Keith Andre. Follow me everywhere at Keith_Andre. And you can catch me tomorrow, Monday night, 8 p.m. on AfterBuzz. I'll be doing a new show, Shondaland News. So check that out.
Congratulations.
Nice.
I saw
Awesome.
your promo was so cute.
Okay.
All right, guys. Have a good one. We'll see you next time.
See you later.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
Views expressed herein are those of the host only, do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.